Well, here we are on YouTube. It's certainly a pleasure to be with you today. If you're watching us on Twitch, welcome to our live Twitch stream. If you're watching us on Discord, on our Patreon Discord, you kind of get a better feed on our Discord, and it actually helps us out a little bit because it costs money to be on our Patreon Discord, but Discord in general is free. Lastly, this is a Patreon request from the lovely Caitlin, but Nathan will explain that in a second. I also want to say that if you're on our Patreon watching this, because this probably will get blocked, we thank you for your support on our Patreon. See, I'm a nice guy. I'm not an a-hole.
I am a robot.
Robot. Okay.
All right. This is a fantastic request from Caitlin.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you, Caitlin. And she says, she's one of our patrons, by the way.
Yes.
This is a track from the Red album, Taylor's version, that instantly became one of her favorites. It features vocals from Phoebe Bridgers, who she thinks is super talented, but her favorite part is just how honest the song is. This was a vault track, like I said. Okay, so it would have been originally written during her writing of Red, which was when she was 22. It's crazy.
Okay, so this was created and originally recorded when she was 22 on the Red album, but then she's redone the song. This is the first time we've done a reissue song of hers with a studio version reissue?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is one.
Wow, this is exciting. Yeah. So how old is she on this recording? That's my question.
Okay, it says...
Am I wrong about what I'm saying here?
I just think it's crazy knowing Taylor not at 33, who's still around and, in my opinion, bigger than ever, being so open about a fear of being replaced by a better version of herself. Just goes to show how she struggles with the same insecurities most people do, which is easy to forget with such big stars. Yeah. Great.
Okay, awesome write-up. Thank you.
Yeah.
I've got some insight for you there, Nathan, on our chat. So, this was written for the album Red, then it was scrapped. So this is the first time she recorded it. So this is the first time she's recorded it. Again, I asked the question, which has... Oh, sorry. Chloe answered. So the question is, yes. She was 31 when she recorded this. So that's cool. So that's so weird to me that she's re-recording her own album so she can own her album. Is that weird to you?
It is odd, yeah.
Is she telling her fans in the course, hey, this is my album, buy this version, not the old version? Because I assume you could probably still buy the old version, if that makes sense.
People on Twitch are saying it's not a re-recording. This was written at 22.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Oh, boy. We've got Twitch versus Discord. Which one is it, folks?
Well, why don't we listen to this, and then we'll talk later.
Okay, so it's a vault track featured on the re-recording. Okay, so I think we understand. Let me say this and tell me if Ryan is wrong or right. Okay. The original album of Red did not have this song. She re-released the album Red and re-recorded the album Red, and in addition to that complete album, she added this unreleased track and recorded this track in addition to the other re-recordings of Red at the age of 31. People are saying I'm right. I'm the best. Let's go.
Didn't hear any fireworks or bands start playing when you did that, so I'm gonna go with you're right.
Firework. Was that Katy Perry song? Boom, 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 boom.
Way to say it, blue shirt guy.
Yeah, thanks, bearded guy.
All right, here we go.
I like bearded guy. He's reasonable and open-minded.
They tell you while you're young, girls go out and have your fun. Then they hunt and slay the ones who actually do it. Criticize the way you fly when you're soaring through the sky. Shoot you down and then they sigh and say she looks like she's been through it. Lord, what will become of me once I've lost my novelty? I've had too much much to drink tonight, and I know it's sad, but this is what I think about. And I wake up in the middle of the night. It's like I can feel time moving. How can a person know everything at 18 but nothing at 22? And will you still want me when I'm nothing new? How long will it be cute? All this crying in my room, when you can't blame it on my youth and roll your eyes with affection. And my cheeks are growing tired from turning red and faking smiles. Are we only biding time till I lose your attention and someone else lights up the room?
Oh, wow.
People love an ingenue. I've had too much to drink tonight. How did I go from growing up to breaking down? And I wake up in the middle of the night. It's like I can feel time moving. How can a person know everything at 18 but nothing at 22? Will you still want me when I'm nothing new? I know someday I'm gonna meet her. It's a fever dream, the kind of radiance you only have at 17. She'll know the way and then she'll say she got the laugh from me. I'll say I'm happy for her, then I'll cry myself to sleep. Oh, I've had too much to drink tonight, but I wonder if they'll miss me once they drive me out. I wake up in the middle of the night, and I can feel time moving. How can a person know everything at 18 but nothing at 22? And will you still want me? Will you still want me? Will you still want me when I'm nothing new?
Oh boy. So a lot of the thoughts that I had, it was kind of cool to watch the chat light up with some of the exact thoughts that I was having as I'm having the thought. And the one thought that I had almost halfway through, I was like, this sounds like the Midnights album, or at least the tone of the lyrics are very Midnights. It seems to be. And then the other thing was like, if this is one of like her earlier songs, right? And it feels like, because it's so honest and so open and really her, this is her being real early on, but suppressing it. It's like, yeah, here's another song, yeah, but it's not good enough to make it onto the album. And then now we're seeing a lot of that stuff that was kind of repressed and held back coming out in her more recent albums. That's her being real. Does that make sense? So it's like she was trying to be real back then, but it wasn't really allowed. So it didn't quite make the cut for the album. And now it is. And now people are clamoring for it. Yeah.
Well
Very
said.
cool. Very cool.
You know what? What I actually found the most amazing thing about this video and song was they actually found a hourglass that was timed perfectly with the song. I don't know how long it must have taken them to shop. And like they must have gone to a variety of hourglass shops. Say, hey, we're looking for a 3-minute 28-second hourglass. You got one? Anyone? It's 4 minutes. We're so close.
But they were cutting it. Did you notice the video? It was cut every once in a while.
I know. They didn't find one, but that was my joke. Yes, obviously it was computer graphic the image foiled again. Anyways, yeah. Look, it's Taylor Swift. See, we're getting a small part of our fandom with Taylor a little bit, which we've done a few times with a few artists on our channel. Where it's not a bad place to be, but I'm not going to pretend to make up new things, right? In the sense, I don't know what more I can say about Taylor. She's amazing.
Ryan, did you know that sand was from the beach from
when she broke up with Harry? That was the sand, and they put it in the bucket, and she took it home, and yeah. Anyways, yeah. So Taylor's. I mean, I just love her. The only thing I didn't like about the video, there was no Taylor in it. I like to watch her sing. That's okay. That's not a criticism. That's just how much we love Taylor, because we know she can sing everything live, but she probably hasn't sung this one live. It's a personal track. People are saying maybe that's why it was on the original release. It might have been too personal at the time, but at the age of 30, 31, she feels comfortable enough to sing it, expose the lyrics to the public. I love that sound, and I love that she is redoing her albums. It's so cool. So here's the question I have for you Swifties out there, because this is legit. This is the first time Nathan and I have heard a re-recording. Well, now, granted, this is the first recording, so it doesn't really count. We haven't heard an original from the original album to her re-recording Taylor Swift versions, or whatever she's calling the Taylor version. So my question is, you Taylor Swift fanatics, you Swifties, do you hear the difference? And if so, are those differences good on the re-recordings? And if so, why? So those are kind of because she's older. Is her voice different? Does it sound older? People are already saying her voice is more mature. People are saying they're better most of the time. Yeah. So I'm just curious about that, because some artists have done this before where they'll revisit their earlier classics and re-record them. And usually it doesn't quite work out because people are like, hey, why... but I know why she's doing it. Don't get me wrong. It's not a money grab or anything like that. She's doing it because she wants to take ownership of her music from a dick. So it's a very pure reason. So the re-recording had to be done in order to establish that. But I'm just curious how the fans experienced that re-listen. Did they enjoy the re-listen, or were they like, I'm kind of bummed it wasn't the original sound? So yeah, let us know. Okay.
So, it'd be interesting.
In the comments below on YouTube as well, because people are obviously doing it here on Discord and stuff. So, but yeah.
And I'm just shooting at the hip here, but maybe throw this out to the Welpdom. For those, we got a lot of Taylor fans in the Welpdom, and maybe if we'll throw this as like a bonus treat. If we do songs from the Red album, I don't want to do them like separately as songs. It might be okay to do them together, where we listen to the one version followed up by, you know what I mean? Like where we listen to the first version and then let's listen to the recent version. I don't know.
Nathan, I think you're very... You don't know? What do you mean you don't know? You just said it.
I know people would love to do it, but what are you thinking about that idea? Is that a good idea? I know we're just kind of spitballing here.
Okay, put it this way. Well, let me just say this. Well, that's a fair question, because people are going to watch this thing. Of course, nobody watches us talking. They just watch this part of the video of us doing this to the song. Here's my pledge to those on Twitch and on our Discord we would love to hear Taylor Swift's Redux albums, but it's got to be via Patreon. So give us a song to listen to. But yes, so it's a 2-for-1. Price won't change. We will do the song and the original, and then we'll listen to it right after the Taylor version. And then we'll give our opinions of what we thought was better and why, or worse, or why. And there you go.
Okay.
So that's great. I think it's a great idea. Okay. It just means double work for us with less money. Awesome. But it's for Taylor, and that's fine. So, all right.
Cool. Well, if you enjoyed listening to us talk about Taylor Swift, or if you're just checking out our channel for the first time, check out all the rest of our stuff. There's lots to see. We love everyone in the Welpdom. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.